filter function today. So now suppose let's talk about the all, where we use the all. So like suppose I have a data, okay, and I wanted to add into it. Let's cancel it, work on the DAX but first. We have already created that. So we have everything here, so just we need to use it. Okay. So here we have the data, so we have everything here. So let's start with the one by one. So I am going to add the table which is DAX filter functions. DAX filter functions. Now I just created the table name. I am going to use the filter function. Now suppose I have a product, okay, and I want no one can impact of my filter. Whatever total I did it, I don't want to see total amount. You can say the total amount. But powerbi, what happened? Powerbi has a dynamic feature which is dynamic filter. So if I wanted to do a sum of any total, okay, sales, whatever it is, net price. So we have a net price column. I wanted to total it. But what I want, whenever someone select the filter, it doesn't impact anything. So what should I do? Then we use the all and use the we can say sales table. So what happened? If anyone select any filter, it will remove the all filters from the we can say value. So this way we can reduce your, we can see exact value here. So let me add that. Go to the total 21.92 and where is the sales table? Sales net price. Sales net price. What is the net price? Net price. Hide all. Oh, we have a column here. So we have a net price, and I want that this column to be, let's pass any value. So let's pick up the date here, okay? And I wanted to filter behalf of date. So let's see what happened. Nothing is impacted here. Why? Because we have already given the all function that going to remove your values. If I remove this value, then see what happens. So let me show you. So we have a DAX function here, and I just removing this one, closing it, closing the bracket, and here just like comment it out, this one. Let's see what happens. If I select this range, okay, say this, it's going to impact every time. So means, what is the mean of that? Means if using the all function, it will going to we can say it will going to start from the as per your filter is going to impact your data. But if using all function, doesn't impact anything. Hope you understood about what I'm trying to say. Means filter function remove your all, ignore all filter that you applied. Cross functions clear all filter which applied to the table. Means whatever filter I have in the table, you can apply that. All except remove all context filter table where will apply a specific column. So like suppose I have two filters, like we have a sales and country. I want but which country to be fixed and other can be vary. So in that scenario, we can all accept. So country can be fixed and other can be changed as per your need. All no blank rows. Obviously, if you I don't have this kind of such data. So like suppose you have all blank rows. So where you can parent table, they return the all values. So see from the parent table relationship return all rows. The blank rows are distinct value in the column. Blank row are disregarded by the context filter might exist. So sometime when we are creating a report, so blank is going to create the major problem for us. So what happened, what we did, we use this function and ignore the blank. So that doesn't impact our report. Okay. All selected. All selected, let me show the example here. All selected majorly use, suppose any data I want you to work by each row. So easily cumulative cells is a great example for it. So I wanted to sum by cells net price and then filter all selected, all accepted, you can do that, all accepted, all selected. So all selected is going to select each rows. So here I wanted to select the we can say date dim table, date date then after we have a underscore dimension, date dimension, date column. Okay, means all column to be selected, all rows, sorry, all rows to be selected, no changes needed. Thereafter what I want that this report should be okay. In this report, but whenever you're going to total it in a sequence, or it should be total like 1 plus 1, and then 2, 3, 4 sequence. Each row is going to total by each row. When each step by step going to total it, which is called you can say cumulative cells. So then after we use the DAX here. So the date dimension date, and I want less than max for date. By the way, I'm using that date because date underscore dimension. I just fixed the step that this is the last date we have till you can reach one by one, one by one, one good totally. And this way we can populate your information. Just see the cumulative total. Date dimension plus cells. Date table has a relationship. So instead of this, use the date. Let's use the date. Let me show you. Use the date table. Okay. Date. Yeah, date. Why? Because this table link with this, that's the reason. Paste here and paste here too. Now say this, I'm going to use the, instead of this, use the date column. Date of year of calendar year, season, quarter, fiscal year, month, fiscal year, month. Okay, we do not have direct relationship with the cells. So to this, we must make relationship with the cells to fact table. So dim date changes to relation, we must change it with the cells table. Cells with dim date. Order date. Yes, I selected that. And again I'm going to change the relationship with the dim date. Dim date. Date column. Without it, it won't work as intended. Without relationship. Okay, now see this guy. So what happened? It every month is going to upward. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September is going to increase the amount every month. So this is called computation. How this is possible? If I remove the all selected, it is going to change the all data. So let me remove it and see this. Cannot pass this we cannot pass the we can say that here you can just pass the table, not column. Remember it. So we are using this formula, we pass it. Date all selected. Close the bracket. Filter function has a 2 argument that never expected. Perfect. So now say this. This is a cumulative cells is totally work on the using filter constructs. You can use it as well. Let me show you. Here see this. You can just increasing day by dash. You can do that. Let's move to the next, which is calculate. You know that it is already called in the row context calculated table. I want whatever table I have. So wanted to create the table with return with a specific condition so I can use it. Filter uses earliest index. Keep filter, okay. Modify how filter applying in calculated table. So let me show the example here. So whatever expression you have, you can pass it. Say this. What they did that total cells. Let me use the keep filter example. Calculate cumulative cells. Okay, just I'm giving the example. And then keep filter. Keep filter. the net price is greater than 0, and after that we wanted to create the different criteria, or I want that quantity should be, sales quantity should be greater than 1. So these criteria have, and what I did here, I just informed the system that you can show the cumulative sales, don't worry, but there's a condition in that net price should not be less than 0. It should greater than, and quantity must be greater than 1. This is the criteria. So here 0 is always filter should be available in that, and sales quantity is going to change every time as per their need, and data should not impact it. So just remember, this way we can control your filter. Let's close and apply. Keep filter, you can only top your filter, calculate and put together that are using. Net price. Okay, no problem. So use value. No, it should be, no, it's not working. Like cumulative sales doesn't help. Let's use the sales amount, sum of sales amount. Sum of sales amount. Then sales is greater than this. From the two arguments here. Keep filters. Sum of sales. Sum of sales, then not a sales, sales amount. Then total, keep filters. Sales amount should be this, and keep filters, and then with this. So meanwhile I'm going to remove the keep filter to check whether it's working or not. Then we have this. Sum of net price. Okay. So see this. What I did, I just fixed one of my. I'm going. Whatever work I'm going to live, guys. So maybe a little bit creating take. Oh, by mistake I created the table here. See this. I created the table. So instead of that, let me create the measures. That is an given problem. One filter is constant and another one given a possibility. Maybe it happens or not, don't worry about that. So our function is always optional. Maybe they are like, suppose if you have given the five condition, and what happened that if first one is applied and second one does not. So what happened that second one should be work on this and we'll apply that. Okay. Let's move to the next part, which is next function, which is called filter lookup value. So how lookup value work? Lookup value is a concept. Let me read. Return the value that row meet all criteria specified by the one or more such conditions. And then simple hope you use the lookup in Excel. Same way it will work, but only few changes, which is it has some we can say different way to use. That's it. So let's use result column. The column value you're looking for, you pass the column first, which is first. Then search column. The name of existing column, that same table level means your prime foreign key. And search value, the value that you're looking for, and alternate result, what is the exactly looking for if you don't find anything. And talk about the value column, row, all pairs such column, value exact match. Okay, and if multiple rows value, if multiple row which match search value, all cases result column identical, so value return into the turn into combinatorial return different value error alternate results if return. So if there is a relationship between the two results search table, most cases use related function instead of lookup value. So yeah, related function, if you have relationship on the table, so using related function you can easily you can say find out the value. So don't use the lookup until unless you did not find any solution. Then talk about the lookup function. So see this cells about channel, lookup value, then sales amount channel, sales order, and sales order by line key. And here is the related one. So yeah, it's easy compared to lookup one, but let me tell you the way that how should I do that. Now I wanted to check where we can pick up the information. Here have a customer key, and is there any table available? Customer key, product key, sales key, customer key. Here we have a customer key, and I wanted to add the customer name here in this table. So how do I add that? Go to the add new column, okay, and then type customer underscore name, then let's increase the font, then lookup value function, then we have the then use the result column. So we need customer name, customer, so customer name we have. Next column that we have result column, so customer key, and maybe customer ID, whatever suits you, whatever written here. Let me reduce little bit size to see. Customer ID, type key, yeah, customer key. Okay, because this key is going to match in this table. That's the reason. Thereafter, here we have the customer key as well. So sales table has the customer key as well. So close it. So now, by using VLOOKUP, you can easily we can say easily find out the value. Let's test what happened. Sometime we got error. Why? Because there are certain things it doesn't match, then value will not populate here. Most of the company name is coming. So why we are going to use this? Instead of best you can use a related function too. It will also work, but yeah, related function sometimes doesn't support that. So in that scenario, you can use this one. If you are new at my channel, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe my channel. Let's move to the next part. Check related function. So add new related function. Just I'm giving example. Related example. So this customer address, customer company still appearing. So you can pass that. But yeah, depend on your situation. Your data doesn't have the exact key, and you created your own key. So in that scenario, hard to we can say find. So we can use the lookup and then populate the information very easily. Okay. Now suppose we have created a relationship, and that relationship my requirement is not going to fulfill it, and situation say that we must create your own key, and using own key we can say I wanted to use the get the information from the my row level information. I get the information from second table. So that's scenario we can do that. So that is going to help you that I mean lookup value. Many scenarios, many conditions you can use it. Doesn't mean that I'm saying this is streamlined. No, many way we can test it. Next we have offset function. I never use it, and I think never got any chance to use it till late. Order by, yeah, order by. You know, it's simply stated that you have any value wanted to like descending ascending order. So usually file by usually you can say use it by the to ordering your concept. That's the reason. Remove filter. Suppose I created one measure where I don't want that any filter should be applied apart from the value that I given to them. So that we can do that. So let me show example. No filter impact. So calculate total sales, total amount. Then I don't want to keep filter, so remove filter. That's it. And table name sales. Whatever filter is going to pass it, there is no impact for me. So this way uh, you can easily understand and try to focus on this. And I hope you will learn it. Select value. Okay, this is the we can say great function, and that we need always you can need it when we create the measures. If you are creating a calculate column, then don't need that. If you are creating the we can say measure, so if you wanted to pass any column, you must need it. Let's check the select value. What I'm trying to say. So I wanted to pass the column directly. Sales cost. This apart from measure, I don't get any column here. So how to get the column name? So to this, what I need to do, select value, selected value, and see this. I'm getting the all columns name here. So it means if I wanted to pass the column name, Then I need the select value function. So let's check how should I use it. How to use the switch function here. I am saying only give the value when value is true. Okay, and select value. I wanted to pass customer name where not equal to blank. Customer name where not equal to blank, then pass the customer name, else close it. But see this, it doesn't appear the value, that's the problem. See here we cannot use it, so use distinct here. Distinct and remove the blank. So that is the select value going to work on it. Wrong or right value, that forget about that, but yeah, when you got this problem, it will going to get out of it and you can learn it. Return multiple rows with position given interval. Let me check this. I haven't tried this one yet. I haven't used it, so I think if I creating some things, I have something in my hand and I'll let you know. I'll prepare this, then I'll see in next batch. And this is information, guys. We are starting batch from the new batch from 8th of the April. So please be ready to join that batch if you are watching. So I think we have covered almost. Control interaction part, like suppose I have a 4 and 5 visual and I wanted to control this one should not impact this one should not impact this one. So how should I control that? To go to the format, click on the visual, go to interaction and see this where you can fill the value. That option is not going to impact you. Okay, see this, I don't want to impact that, cancel it, don't want to interact with anyone. So let me check. This one can change but this one cannot. If I select this one, it also doesn't impact. So that's this way you can stop the interaction. And you have to choose both way. Like maybe you want, if I click this one should be impacted or maybe not. So it's depend on your requirement. You can try to find out the way that which way is good for you. According to the way you can do that. Okay. Let's move to the DAX date and time function. One second. The date. See this. Date, we have the too many type of criteria. Let me show you date here. Here we have a date column, then date key, then with calendar year date, then we calendar current year, then we have a calendar quarter, then calendar year, calendar month. So how should we create this thing? So first we need a date. So to this we need to go to the new table. Okay, and thereafter use the, there are multiple ways to do that. First one, we have the calendar auto, just close it, it will give the date. By analyzing your data, it will give the date. Whatever dates you have in the system, according to your date, it will give the data. But I wanted to control my is my way. Calendar, and here we start date and end date. So you can pass your date as per your need and what duration you are looking for. Maybe that your duration you can try to create custom calendar. So how should I do that? I wanted to mean date. What about calendar name? So I want to see the date. Just change the max. Or if you don't have max, you can pass your value. Doesn't matter. Pass your value. See this. It has been updated. Now I want you to change to the today date. So how should I do that? Today. That's it. And obviously I'm not able to see that is this coming correctly or not. So let's create the years to check. Year function, and we have the date. (2005 to 2013). We have a sequence and that. So this way you can create the calendar when you need it. And really guys, when you need to customize your calendar and if you don't know, so you won't get idea how should I fix it. So please try to use this one, utilize my effort and do that. Next, I wanted to change this date should start from the 1st of April, so that my calendar is starting from 1st of April and should display in sequence same way. So do this, going to here, FY date, let's change this. FY date we need what? We need a date. So do this. What should I do? So then we start from the first. If I start from the we can say first Jan 5. So this year start from the 1st April 2004. So we need to go back to the previous year for this. Then we'll able to find out the fiscal year. So how do I do that? So e-date is a function in Power BI. So provide the start date. So start date should be date. Okay. Year is fine. Year and date. Table date. But what I want previous year. So say -1. 275, change to minus this one, okay? And then we need, so month, January, February, March, April, 4, obviously 4. And days, I don't care whatever days is. So just pass the day, day, column name we have the table date, close the bracket. Let's see what happens. Oh, I passed the constant value which is don't want. So here we use the month, table date, and we have minus, no, plus the January, February, March 3, so that it will reach a plus 3 months. So in -1 month we can go to the previous year, April, and days should be dynamic. Year, date, month and day. And how many month? So I want -3 month. +3 can do that. Date should be close here. Perfect. Day should be here, and month should be here, and this should be open. So now apply that. Okay. So now this is coming January, 1st January 2005. Now 1st April 2004. So this is the fiscal year calendar. Maybe you can doesn't mean. So what I did here, I just passed the, you can say, create the date column. Date is a function in Power BI that I said, I told the date that please create the complete year. And convert to the -1. Then I say month, just pass that directly, and then after day 2. Here I, since edit as a function, how many month wanted to go back and plus. If you say minus, you don't use the plus. If you just leave it 3 as well, it will work. Doesn't mean that it will not work. It will work it. Okay. So this way we can create a calendar, even change the previous year, current year, last year, whatever they wanted to create, and go ahead and do it. So this way you can do that. Hope you have liked this video, and we are starting a batch from the 1st of the 8th of the April. So please join the fresh batch and learn everything free. And I think that's it for today. See you in next video, where we have the complete next session, where we have the complete information. You can join MS team, and don't forget to like and subscribe my channel. Thank you so much. Please keep eye on my channel. Thank you so much. Bye.